Hola, Norma, ¿qué tal?
Hola, señora, yo estoy muy bien. ¿Y usted?
También, muy bien. Very
Okay.
happy to see you and to have you here in this short video that we'd like to make, so that students can hear you, hear about you,
Hmm.
and hear what you have to say about the Spanish program. Okay, studying, learning Spanish, because I believe that maybe when you first started here at the university, you did not know that you were going to have this as a major. No, so maybe you can tell us about that. But first
Okay.
of all, tell us your name, what you're doing now, when you graduated, something briefly about you.
Okay, my name is Jeannie Coxie, and since I've graduated, I still work in the public school system in Ascension Parish. I love what I do. I work with all Latino students. English is their second language, and I'm enjoying life right now.
As
enjoying.
if,
I'm
uh,
happy to have graduated in this program, and
yeah.
I just can't wait to see what the future holds for me in this. So.
Well, you should be enjoying your life because it was a great adventure to have you here at Southeastern. No?
Yeah.
Everybody knows, or most of you know who I am. My name is Rodrigo Pereira, or Dr. Pereira. Dr. P, some students call me. I teach Spanish, and of course, I'm the advisor for the Spanish club. No? And Jeannie here was one of my students this past semester.
Hmm.
She did very, very well, and I thought I would interview her because she has great experiences that she can tell us about
Hmm.
in about the Spanish as a major. Okay, I'm not sure. Tell us about this. Did you start when you first started here as a freshman, sophomore? Did you ever think that you were gonna have Spanish as your career?
Well, I knew that I wanted Spanish to be a part of my career, of course, because I had been a missionary before in Mexico and learned the Spanish language. So, of course, I wanted to incorporate it into my career. I started off at the college as my major was social work, social work, and I just wanted to use Spanish as a means to help my Latino children, work through some issues that maybe they were going through. And so it was just almost like a sideline thing. It wasn't going to be my major focus, So
Mhm. And then it turned out that it was your major focus. What
yeah.
is it that you found could you tell us what you found? What experiences with other professors and the actual classes that you took in Spanish?
Well, I my experiences with Dr. Jabharan from I don't know.
Chimara.
I always pronounce his name incorrectly. So Fumara, is it
Chimara, yes.
Fumara? Dr. Fumara, and of course Usted, you, and several Dr. Parker. This program had been such a tremendous. I don't know how to describe it. Let's see. Let me think of the words. It's just been tremendous for me because I was in social work, and in that program, um, you know, I just did not feel welcomed or wanted there, and so when I came into this program, I met Dr. Lucia Harrison, and Dr. Lucia just made me feel so loved and so welcomed, and so and every instructor in this program is like that, and so that's major. That's major for me, because um, yeah, I just never had real good experiences in the school setting, even when I was younger, where I felt welcomed, and loved, and I feel as though children, they will learn if they know you care about them. You
Yeah.
cannot teach anybody anything if they don't feel that you care. And so when I changed from social work to world languages, it just my world opened up. I mean, I was already speaking Spanish, and of course, you guys like amplified that like 100 times more, by
Yeah.
teaching me more and everything, grammatics and everything else. But yeah, I think what did it for me at 57 years old was the fact that I felt welcomed and loved by the staff and all the instructors and whatever, and they wanted to see me be successful. I didn't have a trouble calling them or texting or yeah. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Well, one question that I have is this video is going, I'm going to send this video especially to those students in the beginning level Spanish classes or
Mm-hmm.
secondary level. What is it that you can could maybe tell them if they're just trying to figure out whether they like these classes, maybe they're not sure about it.
Mm-hmm.
Could they give themselves the opportunity to have this as
Sure.
a minor, as a major?
Yeah,
You think
I
about
would suggest, I would encourage all of you um, to embrace it, because in the real world, actually right now, because there's so many Latinos here in this country, um, to have Spanish as a minor or major is a plus. So I would encourage you to totally embrace this language or any languages that they offer, and then just apply to as a minor or major. It doesn't matter. However you see it, however you can fit it in, but that you would allow yourself to give yourself completely to the program, and allow yourself to grow in the language in this field. And yeah, let's see what the world offers you.
many students are having this experience with the language courses, you
Mm-hmm.
know, first semester, second semester. But then I think that some students kind of have a fear of those upper level classes like grammar, like conversation, like literature.
Excuse me.
So what could you tell them about those classes? Should they be scared about those classes?
Um, I'm gonna be honest. I was intimidated at first, but once again, the instructors is what makes it works. I mean, it really is. It's the instructors, the doctors, the professors that actually make you feel like you can do this. Like my panel for my last project and whatever, I bothered them. I bothered them so much. I called. I mean, even you, Dr. Panetta, I called and text and whatever, and it just did not seem to bother anybody. And I'm like, and I kept feeling embarrassed, like, oh, I'm so sorry that I'm bothering you, but it was no problem. If I had a question or if I didn't understand or whatever, they were so willing to make me understand it, and I by doing that I was able to give 100% to whatever it was, and on top of all that I was very sickly, and so to be sickly and to have the issues that I had and stuff like that, and then these phenomenal instructors willing to help you. I mean, you cannot lose in this situation, and I think that you're going to do yourself a big favor by completing this program completely. I mean, just going through the whole thing and finishing it, and you're going to feel proud of yourself, if you, even if you do it as a minor, you're going to feel like, wow, I did this, and it's going to be a great blessing for you in the future, in your future.
That's excellent. One last thing, what experience did you find with my colleagues here, with myself? Are we open and helpful with you
Uh,
as with students?
yeah,
I say
like
this.
I said,
I
like I
say this.
said in the previous,
Yes.
I'm sorry, you want to finish?
Well, I was just going to say, I feel that sometimes students kind of have a certain hold back in trying to approach their professors, but I always tell them that we're open. Could you let
Yeah,
them know about that too?
yeah. I understand that feeling, because that's one of the reasons why I left the other program, because I did not feel welcome to go and ask a question. I was reprimanded a few times for asking something, and I thought, wow, man, if I don't understand it, I can't grasp what you're trying to get me to do, and you're bothered by it, then I don't understand how I'm going to do this and be successful. So when I went to the world languages department, that is not what you get there. You get instructors that are so willing to help in any aspect. Like for myself, I needed a alternative format, which meant that because I have a situation with my eyes, that I can't just read a text off out of a book, that they had to actually look for a way to give me the material that would read it to me. So it was an alternative format, and every instructor that worked with me, some of them recorded themselves. I mean, you just don't get that in a college. You don't get that in a university or anywhere actually. You just, so I say, these instructors, these professors are top notch. They're the top. They're the cream of the crop, and man, you should just give it a try. Just go for it and be willing. If you don't understand something, please don't be shy about asking, because they're so willing to help you in any aspect.
You're
And that's
so we're so glad to have had you through living this experience in our world languages and cultures department, of appreciating Spanish. I remember quickly, I'll
yeah.
just say this anecdote, that I was so surprised in one of your last Spanish classes that you took with me. There was one phone call that I got from you, and we were talking about where you were reading. You had read a novel in Spanish, and
Oh yeah.
we had this long conversation about the history of one particular country, Chile, not one country, and then the relationship of the history and the author and the novel, the story. And I was thinking to myself, how deep you had gone in your studies, in your reading. I bet that you never thought that you would be so impassioned about this particular reading that you had, this assignment, and there you are. I mean, it was incredible.
Yeah, that's true. When I first read it, because I wasn't understanding absolutely everything about the book, I just thought, oh, okay, okay. At first, it was kind of like, whoa, wait a minute, it has some scenes in there that I thought, like, maybe not for me. But after I started to really understand the type of novel that Allende had written, I was like, wow, it just really opened up a new world. And then I have some friends, some Latino friends, that I was sharing what I understood about the book with them, and they began to tell me some things and it was just like, it felt like puzzle pieces coming together. Like I had a certain piece, and I had a few pieces and whatever, and they came and just like put, and it was, I was so emotional about it because they're like, I got it. I understood that this lady was sharing her life story, her history, not just her life story, but the history of her country
Right.
through this novel that seemed like, I was just like, I was
Yeah.
utterly amazed. And it's become one of the places that I want to visit now, Chile.
Excellent. Perfecto. We're talking about La Casa de los Espíritus,
Hmm.
the House of Spirits. Well, Ginny, I'm so happy that uh, you were able to join me in this short video. I'm sure the students are going to appreciate what you have to say, what you have just said to all of us. I appreciate your time. Thank you so much for your time. For being so generous with me, because we've also been on the phone and stuff like that. So thank you so much. I wish you the best, and you know that
Thank
we're
you so
always here for you. So thank you so much.
much.
Okay.
I appreciate it. I'm gonna call you up on that one. I'm
Yeah,
gonna need it. I'm gonna need it when I get into my career and stuff like that. I'm still gonna need
we're
um,
all here for you.
support for
We're
of
all here for you.
languages and cultures. So
Thank you
I
so much,
appreciate it.
guys. Thank you for watching us. I hope that you have heard and paid attention to everything that's been said here. If you have any questions, please make sure you let me know, and we'll tell you
Yes.
about what the program offers. Thank you so much, Ginny. Un
Yes, sir.
abrazo. Nos vemos.
Thank you.
Nos vemos. Hasta
Nos
luego.
vemos.
Chao.
Okay. Ciao.